The next characteristic of stage 2 is it becomes that person's central event, the person's main focus. In other words, what gets you through a tough time, or what gets you through today? For example, I know at the end of today, I'm going to get on Zoom and I'm going to talk to my grandkids. And I'm excited for that. That's kind of my central event, is my grandkids right now. Looking forward to seeing them and my children. What is your central event? What do you look forward to? Maybe some of you, I can't wait till I get all my homework, all my studies done, all my schoolwork done. Because when I get done, then I get to blank, fill in the blank with whatever that is. Once someone gets to stage 2, that is their main central event. That's what gets them through the day. I know at the end of work, I can go drink. I can get a drink. I can go with my buddies and drink. And that becomes their central event. Now, the next one is you start seeing some major physical problems. That person is going to be sick a lot more often. Why? Because alcohol is a poison and the body is fighting that poison. So much so that it can't fight off the bacteria and the illnesses that are bombarding us constantly. It's kind of like stress. If I'm under a lot of stress all the time, my body becomes worn out and I get sick more often. Well, if I'm drinking and because of tolerance, I have to have more drinks, and that poison is wearing my body out, so my immune system can't fight off the illnesses. And you'll also see that there's enough brain cells that have been destroyed that you're going to have some memory loss, especially the short-term memory. You can remember what happened to you 4 years ago, but you can't remember something that just happened yesterday. You start noticing some of that memory loss. And then the last characteristic with stage 2, remember with stage 1, the big thing was rationalization. In stage 2, it's denial. If you talk to a stage 1 person, they'll say, oh, it's no big deal. I can quit anytime I want. Those kind of comments. With stage 2, they're not making any of those rationalizations. They just try and hide how much they're drinking. They'll drink 1 or 2 in front of you and don't rationalize at all. But because of dependence and tolerance, they have another stash hidden somewhere else so that you can't see exactly how much they're drinking. And so they're denying they have a problem, even though they know that they do have that problem. Then again, depending on the person, how much they're drinking, their age, all those things, then it can jump to stage 3. Now, in stage 3 of alcoholism, you start noticing major malnutrition. Why? Because as you can see there, 80% of their calories are coming from alcohol. They build up such a tolerance and dependence on it. They're drinking constantly so that they don't really feel like eating. And of all the calories they consume in a day, 80% are coming from alcohol. And alcohol is considered an empty calorie. It's like putting water in your gas tank and expecting your car to function. So what are some of these signs of malnutrition? They're going to be skinny and muscle has deteriorated, but yet their stomach protrudes. Kind of like if you've seen any pictures of a child in Ethiopia that's been malnourished. It's not, their stomach isn't sticking out because they're fat, because they hardly get anything to eat, but they're just skin and bones, except their stomach is protruding, and that's one sign of malnutrition. You'll notice sunken eyes, sunken cheeks, dark eyes, rings around their eyes, those type of things because of the malnutrition. Also in stage 3, they're going to become very isolated. Why? Because they're very paranoid, and so consequently they become very aggressive.